This is the second, video. I think there is a new book which has come from Shan Perish, who also runs, I think the Knowledge Podcast, and his new book is called Clear Thinking. I am still reading that book, but I think there are three ideas which I liked from kind of different watching different kind of reviews of the that book, as well as what I kind of started reading through and what I kind of observed. There are like three concepts that he always suggests that you should keep it in your mind. Number one is I is stands for inversion. So whenever you're trying to solve a problem, try, and if you're not able to find out that what should be the right approach to kind of solve it, try to think that what will be the opposite if you really don't solve that problem, or how you will not end up solving that problem. And when you take an inverse of that, that will give you an idea that how you can solve this problem. So for example, I'm trying to improve my communicative skills, and if I break it down, that I want to improve my interpersonal communicative skills, and I also want to improve my public speaking skills, and I also want to improve my let's say professional and business language and business communicative skills. What, rather than thinking that what I can do, I can think about what I will not do, if I really don't need to kind of improve it, and what I will not be doing, if I why, and then try to think that what I should stop doing that. What should I stop doing that? So number one is that, let's say that I my workplace allows me to work remotely. If I don't go to office, if I don't get a chance to kind of interact with people, then it is working against my goal. So I will take an inverse of it and think about it, that okay, maybe I should try to go office more often. And same way, you can think about different other kind of problems that you're trying to solve, and you're not like able to kind of prioritize what are different ways in which you can try to solve it. You can try to take an approach of like taking an inversion, concept of inversion, and try to kind of inverse that idea and see that if that can really work well for you. The second one is first principles. So I think Elon Musk, and there are many other folks who always speak about like first principles. And first principles is nothing but basically the idea that you have to break down every concept or every problem or into as basic units as possible, and try to see that what you can do really about it, that can create some radical product or service, or that can really help you change your mindset. Or I like to apply first principles into my personal life a lot more. So for example, first principle is about kind of when I was trying to kind of understand that why I am feeling lack of energy, why I feel fatigue, and why there is a bit of lethargy in me. And then I try to kind of understand and break it down, that what am I really eating, what really goes into this particular process of creating energy for me, how much is psychological, how much is physical. And when it comes to physical, how will you kind of what kind of food are you eating, what kind of input you are taking in your body, that includes the quality of air, the way you breathe, the way all these different senses really absorb a lot of input, and they send those signals to your physical body. So think about that way, and try to keep asking that how can I go more and more deeper. So I went down this rabbit hole of understanding food that I am trying to eat. I started kind of re-educating myself about what is protein, what is carbohydrate, what are different minerals, what are different vitamins, what's their role, what's the role of mitochondria, what I can really how much of protein or fat I can really eat, and if I consume it, how should I really burn it, and how body really produces energy inside the body, what is the role of vitamin B1, and so on and so forth. So when you try to understand and kind of start looking deeper and deeper as you can go, and definitely you are standing on the shoulders of others. So you are using a lot of knowledge which others have really figured out, and you are on top of it. You are trying to kind of go a little bit more deeper and try to understand what's really happening And then so this is the concept of first principles. So try to go as deeper as you can, not only in professional life but also in personal life as well. And the same goes for any other product or any other idea which you really try to improve, or in the context where you are really trying to come up with a very radical solution. Try to think them from the basic units perspective and see that can you really optimize the cost, can you really create more revenue, can you really improve the user experience more, can you really make it more profitable, and things like that. This is how Elon Musk also thinks about it. So that kind of the concept of first principles, I really love this concept because that goes kind of I think it relates to many dimensions of my life, including relationships, my daughter, and things like that. The third one is second order thinking. I think the second order thinking is also very close to me. A lot of times when I use I used to be very impulsive, and I am still very impulsive, and I do things and I say things a lot of times when I'm just thinking about the kind of the stimulus that I just have received, and how can I really respond to that. I think the more I think about like second order thinking, and also from some other ideas which kind of I came across, and I have been working to kind of think about, if I take this action, what will be the reaction either from the people with whom I am interacting, or the person I am kind of speaking with, or the person I am sending this email to, or maybe I am taking a particular action in the environment in which I am living, and then see that what will be my reaction. And just having one more extra step of like analyzing the response and reaction, it really helps us in fine tuning our reaction and our responses a little bit more better. It helps us is in being more humble. It helps us in being more aware of the context and situation. It also helps us in making less mistakes, and it also helps us in getting into situations where there is no U-turn. So I think these are like three ideas that I had on my mind. Number one, inversion. Number two, first principles. Number three, second order thinking, that I always try to keep in my mind. So that's pretty much from my side today. See you guys later.